host, Heather Dawson, and the holidays are here. I had the pleasure of experiencing the holiday magic at Disneyland, and this year, more than ever, the season is inspired by diverse cultural festivities. Truly something for everyone. Well, the holidays begin here at Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, and I have Allie with me to enjoy this beautiful ride, Allie.
Yes, we are celebrating across our entire Disneyland Resort, and right now we're on one of our horse-drawn trolleys being pulled by Reggie and being serenaded by the Dapper Dans.
I love all the diversity that I've seen, too, between both parks.
Yes, well, over at Disney California Adventure, we do have Disney Festival of Holidays, which really celebrates many different cultural celebrations, including Diwali and Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, of course. And there's also wonderful festive food marketplaces, which have delicious food offerings. So my favorite is the turkey tamale with stuffing and a cranberry relish. It is so good.
I actually tasted it.
You did?
Yes, it was delicious. Anything new this year that maybe we didn't have last year?
I mean, we're always switching things up. So even our Christmas tree that we just passed has brand new lighting and ornaments, 1,500 Victorian-inspired ornaments that are new this year.
And I read too that you put ornaments on the tree this year here at Disney that are nostalgia for when Walt Disney first came to Los Angeles.
Yes.
They're the big ornaments and they're beautiful.
Yes, and over in Disney California Adventure on Buena Vista Street, all of that area is really nostalgic to Walt's time when he came to California. We're just riding down Main Street, of course, which is home to a Christmas fantasy parade, one of my favorites. It's in its 23rd year of celebrating a Christmas fantasy parade. And that's where, of course, you can see Santa and the prancing reindeers, Mickey and Minnie, all your friends. There's so much happening right now. I definitely recommend everyone visit Disneyland.com for all the details that are happening because there's so much to cover.
Thank you so much for enlightening us, and we just can't say enough about how much there is to see out here and all the magic in both parks. So come on out here to Disneyland through January 6th. Truly the happiest place on earth. Well, author and playwright William Saroyan has been called one of the most prominent literary figures of the 20th century. He's won both a Pulitzer and an Oscar. He lived all over the world, but spent most of his life living in Fresno. So what better place to have a museum honoring his legacy? Bob Lopez takes us on a tour.
In his will, William Saroyan hoped that his home would become a space where students could research and appreciate his many works. Now here it is, the Saroyan House Museum. Built in the home he lived his last years in, the museum is a multimedia presentation of his writings and paintings. This was no minor feat.
It was very difficult to make it done because we are working on this project almost 2 years.
Where there's a will, there's a way. That's definitely true. The group has been working with our office very closely over the last year to make sure that this project came to fruition.
Our main goal was to open house museum, which is very innovative and informative because it is our first museum, William Saroyan's first museum in the world.
Not only do we bring life to this neighborhood, but we really are remembering a true legacy and a legend here in the city of Fresno.
Media from around the world and Fresno city officials were on hand for the unveiling. Saroyan holds a special place in the heart of Fresno's.
17 years of his life he spent in this house. That's why we decided to buy exactly this house and turn it into a museum.
It's just fabulous to be able to showcase his works and really who he was about and how much he loved Fresno.
The home contains films and pictures from many periods of his life, drawings, even rocks he collected, posters from his plays, and a hologram of Saroyan in his living room. You can book a tour by going online to saroyanhouse.com. The tours are free.
And coming up next, our next guest is a musician originally from Sydney, Australia, and recently teamed up with Courtney Cox to direct his music video. Since moving to the U.S., he's also sat in with original members of The Doors at the 50th anniversary celebration and performed alongside Good Charlotte's Benji and Joe Madden, Leona Lewis, and Westlife's Ronan Keating, just to name a few. We talked to Joel Taylor after the break. Don't go away.
On a moment's notice, I was found. Came to me quickly. I could hear the sound.
He's an Australian musician who's worked with Courtney Cox, Good Charlotte, and Leona Lewis, just to name a few. And joining us now to talk about his new single, Moment's Notice, is Joel Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us in studio.
Thanks for having me.
Those are some pretty big names, and you haven't been here that long. I mean, how did you hook up with so many famous people?
I think just by luck, by chance. You know, I've been working as a touring musician first when I moved to LA. And I was playing sessions and recording and playing on people's albums and things like that. And I became the piano player for a season of The X Factor, which was funny when they were filming here. And that's how I got to work with those people. And then I met Courtney Cox at a barbecue on a Sunday afternoon, and she saw me play the song live at a concert. And then she was like, "I really want to do the video for that." And I was like, "Please do, you know, knock yourself out."
Are you from a musical family?
Yeah, my mum plays piano, and she's awesome, plays like rock and roll, boogie woogie, and her dad, my grandfather, was also an amazing piano player, and especially in the 50s and 60s, he had a rock and roll band in Australia, and they were like the Buddy Holly of Australia. They were the first rock and roll band in the 50s, and they had about 16 #1 hits.
Oh my.
Yeah, and he played piano for the Everly Brothers and the Beach Boys, and Roy Orbison, so he's a great piano player, and my dad was a singer, and I kind of had no choice.
And runs in the family,
Yeah.
and I know that Moment's Notice is very personal for you. Take us through that a little bit.
Moment's Notice really is a song about kind of escaping in a way. Like I grew up in a tense household when there was a lot of alcohol and sort of, you know, an abusive house. And especially when I was a kid, you know, I really wanted to like escape into my own world, and music was definitely my escape. So this song was really about when I moved to America, which was the week I finished high school. I moved straight here.
18.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I just turned 18. I was like a week into being 18, and I moved here to LA straight away, which is, you know, kind of crazy now that I think about it. And I noticed, you know, I realized straight away that I was on the right path. I was doing the right thing, and that was kind of what the song was about. It kind of hit me at once one day, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do with my life.
And I heard that you do some impersonations. Can you do a
Oh,
little
really?
bit for us?
Oh, wow. Okay, let's see.
See if I can figure out.
Okay.
Every night she walks right in my dreams. Said I made it from the start. I'm so proud I am the only one who is special in her heart. The girl's mine. Ooh, the doggone girl.
It's early, but
that's
you know,
amazing.
it's kind of, you know,
Well, who doesn't like him?
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I mean, so talented, and just
Thank
a
you.
real pleasure to meet you. And I always just like
Likewise.
to see the artist behind the videos, and we're going to be watching your success.
Cool, awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for joining us,
Great.
Joel. Don't go away, because we are going to take you back to the happiest place on earth. Stay with us. The holidays begin right here at the happiest place on earth, and joining me is Reese to talk about all the wonderful things we can actually wear and accessorize here.
Yeah, I like your lovely ears.
I know, and
They
I
look
match,
adorable
too.
on you. They do.
Yeah, thank you.
We're actually standing in the world of Disney, and this location actually just reopened recently on October 26th. And what I love about this space is it's now really wide and open and really sort of lofty feeling, and it tells the story of the 9 old men. Who were the original animators for Walt, and they helped to create the stories like Fantasia. So you'll find hidden surprise and delights moments in here that sort of hint back to the story of animation and really bring the story to life.
And just even walking through the store with all the decorations, and it does feel like an attraction when you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's your one-stop shop for everything. What's your favorite item so far?
I actually kind of like some of the sweaters that, I don't want to call them ugly
I know,
Christmas
don't call them.
sweaters, but I think they're cute. They're
Yeah,
like
they're
cute
adorable.
Christmas sweaters,
Yes.
and I think I need to get one.
Yes,
So,
we reverently call them ugly sweaters, but they're festive. Everybody has a holiday party to go to, right? So I'm wearing one. We have several different sort of variations. We have one for everybody in the family, really. We have coordinating headwear. We have lots of ways to sort of jazz up your holiday attire. Absolutely your one-stop shop. And World of Disney is that space. When we premiere things or we have new movies that come out, you'll come here.
So thank you so much, Reese. Stay with us.
Holiday travel can be challenging, especially when hitting the road with a child who gets queasy in the car. Joining us today is parenting expert Dr. Mona Amin, a pediatrician who is teaming with Mazda to share results of a new survey and some solutions to car sickness. Dr. Mona is host of the popular Peds Doc Talk podcast, as well as her active Instagram and YouTube channels. Plus, she is a regular contributor on national news programs and magazines. Welcome, Dr. Mona Amin.
Thank you for having me.
So, what can we expect from the holiday travel season?
Yeah, so the holiday travel season is going to look a lot like the summer travel boom. And according to a recent Mazda survey, 85% of those traveling with children are planning by traveling by vehicle versus other modes of transportation.
Wow, and what else did the survey reveal?
Yeah, so parents who responded to the survey, about 48% reported that they've experienced having a child be car sick in the vehicle, and about 60% reported that they are worried about having a car sick child, especially in the back seat when you think about bumpy roads and stop and go traffic.
And how are parents in general treating and/or preventing car sickness?
So there are 3 main tips that we've seen respondents report that I also agree with as a pediatrician. And a lot of the reason we see car sickness is a disconnect between what the inner ear is feeling and what the eyes are seeing. So things like ensuring riders have access to fresh air, clear view of the horizon, and minimizing screen time or reading in the vehicle can really help. And by choosing a vehicle created with families in mind, you're going to be well on your way. And Mazda vehicles, especially the 2024 CX-90, are designed to deliver a connected driving experience, which translates to a smoother ride for all passengers.
And as a pediatrician, do you have any other suggestions when traveling during the holidays?
Well, I love that families are finding ways to reduce car sickness. Fresh air and a clear view of the horizon can really help, taking stops as needed if you need it. But Mazda's newest SUV, the CX-90, has versatile seating options, which all have a direct view of the horizon for all passengers. Also, passengers in the 3rd row have an HVAC system which provides that ventilation, which can really help with queasy tummies that can have car sickness. And if for any reason there are accidents, there's an easy to access cargo area, which you can load up with luggage, cleaning supplies, and holiday gifts to help your children if needed.
Well, this is awesome. And where can we go for more information?
For more information, visit MazdaUSA.com or my social media channels, Peds Doc Talk.
It's a motoring milestone right here in the Southern California desert. The McCormick Collector Car Auction, which has been a mainstay here in Palm Springs since the mid-'80s, has spent the last 37 years offering a twice-a-year auction that brings out a wide range of cars that includes classics, customs, hot rods, and just about anything with wheels. And now they have reached 75 consecutive auctions, which has creator Keith McCormick more than happy to reach this landmark number.
Okay, well obviously after 75 auction events starting in late 1985, we did the Vintage Grand Prix and that led us into doing the auction events. Been doing 2 a year ever since, and we've just been, as to say, kicking A ever since.
Keith and his family originate from the UK, but the allure of the great weather along with the great car culture and people of California were just the right ingredients to come out and create a business venture that has now blossomed into one of the world-renowned collector car auctions.
You know, we're close to probably $1 billion worth of take, right, since we've been doing this. And each year it's been increasing and increasing. So, and we've had cars and buyers from all over the world shipped into us. And we think the secret of our success is that we started in Palm Springs, we live in Palm Springs, so we just grow from there.
While some look to other investments for their financial portfolio, Keith believes that the current collector car market provides a sound investment in comparison to other avenues. And though many who attend the auction are not there to bid on a car, he believes that those dreamers will eventually turn into customers.
The collector car market is still very strong. Yes, it is. And it's a good investment, and it's It's stock market kind of proof. You know, I think, you know, we get 90% of people are looky-loos who come to kick tires and they come to dream, and we're happy with the dreamers because eventually a dreamer becomes a buyer.
And locals like Josh and Tom are kind of that typical attendee who might be a tire kicker this time around, but could easily find that one automotive gem that they've been looking for.
We're just looking.
Just looking. Anything catch your eye?
Everything. Almost everything.
Will you guys actually bid on some, or you're just kind of...
Just looking today.
Just looking.
We left our money at home.
Maybe that's kind of a smart thing, huh?
Yeah.
Do you guys normally come to this kind of stuff?
I went last year for, a little bit, but yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's my first time here.
Oh, first time?
Yeah, it's my first time to this.
What do you think of it so far?
I like it. I love it.
While this milestone now sets McCormick and his family looking towards reaching that goal of 100 auctions, he says it's all about basking in the glow and having his successful business flourish in this great desert destination.
Just basically, how can you beat the sunshine? And we get the sunshine like nearly all year round. Palm Springs is just a place that you visit once and you want to keep coming back.
From Palm Springs, California, this is J.R. Ibarra for Coast to Coast.
The 2023 LA Auto Show is now open to the public. Come along with me as I check out some of the cool new cars, trucks, SUVs, and even superbikes. Kia showed off two concept vehicles at the LA show. The first is the Concept EV3, which is a new crossover vehicle with influence from the EV9 SUV. Meanwhile, the Concept EV4 is based on a four-door sedan. Both offer a glimpse of future Kia models. In addition, Kia displayed its new 2024 Sorento production vehicle with new style, more technology, and a new X Pro version. One of the exciting tech upgrades is the new Digital Key 2.0, which allows owners to use their smartphone to unlock and lock the vehicle. Lucid unveiled its all-new 2025 Gravity electric SUV with 440 miles of driving range. It offers 3 rows of seating for 6 or 7 passengers. When plugged into a DC fast charger, it can charge up to 200 miles in just 15 minutes. Hyundai debuted its all-new 2025 Ioniq 5N performance sports vehicle. It is equipped with an 84 kilowatt per hour battery, producing 641 horsepower. An estimated range has not yet been announced. This will be the first electrified model of Hyundai's N brand. Hyundai also offered free test drives in its Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6 EVs on an indoor track inside the South Hall. Mike Choi from San Diego told me more about his camping vehicle that he converted from an old ambulance. It's on display in the Overland Outpost section of the auto show.
During quarantine, we were lucky enough to find this on Craigslist, and actually, during quarantine, did a camper conversion. But basically, we did all the woodwork, we did all the painting, we did all the maintenance, installed solar, all the batteries.
Stay with America JR for more coverage from the 2023 LA Auto Show. Bringing you the best of Coast to Coast from the 2023 LA Auto Show. I'm Jason Rosidlo reporting.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, just go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest.